So that's the shame.
You have seen her face already.
Some shame.
So you know who she is.
It's not a shame. It's a she, right?
Okay, so all our putting her under wraps and don't just unveil her without us permitting. Anyway, she's a Nigerian actress.
No.
Script writer.
No, you can't do that. You can't
film
do that.
director.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You have to. You have to be. You have to put panache and finesse.
She's the Nigerian actress.
Exactly. Thank you.
Script writer, director, producer, and digital filmmaker. She studied at the New York Film Academy and has written several screenplays, including The Figurine,
I didn't write
Anchor
that.
Baby.
I didn't write those. I starred in them.
She starred. Yeah. She said she has starred in many movies.
You know, you are usually a Nigerian actress, including. Don't change our script.
Acting is there too.
Don't be angry.
Fatal Imagination, Being Mrs. Elliot, The First Lady, and Wives on Strike.
I wrote all those ones.
And then, of course, Oloture. In 2018, she starred and directed the comedy Moms at War.
Jesus.
Please welcome Omoni Oboli.
Thank you. Thank you so much
Drum
for
roll.
having me.
Was that you they were describing?
Well, that was me.
Of course, you must have been. Wait. Nami, they talk.
Guilty as charged.
It's been a while. How are you?
Good to see you.
Very well, thank you.
Good to see you.
You've been busy,
both.
right?
Good to see you.
Very busy.
Okay. How's that busy being?
Okay, so my new movie, The Uprising, got released in cinemas yesterday.
Yes.
Oh.
You are busy.
Yes.
The Uprising.
I have been very busy.
Please, where did the Uprising take place?
In Lagos.
Okay. All right.
People better open a film village in Lagos, but you have to be in the sky because you don't have land again.
Oh, we have land. There's a lot of land in Lagos that is not used. A lot. It's just you're thinking Ikeja, Lekki. That's why you think there's no land.
It's not
there
that.
is land.
When I was growing up, see that Papa Osho, the expressway. On the other side, when you are going towards Mile 2, was fallow. Now, don't
built
fool.
up.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
But there's still land towards Ajah, Ekpe, that area.
It must be a real estate to do all this.
Very soon.
We try to know what's happening around us.
Very soon, Lagos and Ekpe are going to be
They're
one.
going to be merged.
The same way that right now, Lagos and Shagamu are almost linked. I remember when we used to drive from Lagos to go buy suya in Shagamu.
Really?
See money.
Yes.
You drive all the way to buy suya. So there was no suya in Lagos?
Well, the fuel was not 1,000 naira then.
The suya in...
There you go.
When I was in university, the suya in Shagamu was the suya. It was the best suya in Nigeria.
Yes,
Wow.
the fuel was not 1,000 naira.
No, it
you
wasn't.
can't try that. You have to eat the suya in your neighborhood.
Well, my producer wants me to ask you that it appears this movie industry is treating you well with the kind of growth you are experiencing.
I would say yes, obviously. But I would also say it's not because the industry is treating me well, and it is, but it's because I am dogged in my resolution to make it happen, come what may. So, yes, it's treating me well, but I'm putting in a lot of hard work.
You can't come from Benin and not put in hard work.
So I was born in Benin, but I'm actually from Delta. You know, then it was Bendel, so we're together. That's what I mean.
Which part of Delta?
Amurobo.
Oh.
Yes.
I had to make it clear to him this morning on air that I'm not Yoruba.
Yes, Alera is Ishekiri, isn't it?
He was expecting me.
So you know how Ishekiri people and Yoruba people are connected?
Yes.
So you cannot be Ishekiri and not have
Yoruba blood.
Or you cannot be Yoruba and not have Ishekiri. So
correct.
I have like first cousins who are Ishekiri.
Okay, can we go back to talking about movies?
Yes, we can.
Before you start family meeting on top of it.
Yes, so the Uprising, you said, opened in cinemas yesterday.
Yes.
Without giving out too much, give us a little thing that will make us all rush to the cinema to go and watch.
Okay, so it's the Uprising Wives on Strike 3, right? So we've done Wives on Strike 1, and we've done Wives on Strike 2. So this, if you followed any of them, but this is a standalone, so even if you've not watched the other two, you can watch this and thoroughly
Still
enjoy
understand,
yourself.
okay.
Exactly. But that story, or the trilogy really, is about we as a people, the power of community, right? The power of sisterhood, because the women are a group of local market women, right, who have a bond, a sisterhood, and they try to make things happen for themselves, for the community, and for the country at large. The reason why we decided to use a group of local market women and not a group of sophisticated women is because we want the regular, everyday person to realize that they have power. They do have power. They can effect change. So they need to understand the power that they have. Yesterday, the first thing I did to open this movie is I went to a market in, I don't want to say it wrong, Lesopo or something like that, right, in Yanapaja. And we took a group of market women to go watch the film. We gave them an experience, took a bus there, carried them to the cinemas, and they watched the film, and they felt so good. So it's, you know, a lot of people do not have the opportunity to watch films because some people never chop finish na cinema, they won't go. Do you understand? So, but we want people to experience this film because it is a film that is made by us, for us. It's for everyone. You know, so they were excited. They were really happy because they saw themselves for the first time on screen. And it was exciting for them. One of the women came out and said, we have the power. Now I understand the power that we have, and we can effect change, right? Wow. We can effect things in the society. We can talk to the government. So the film is really about we as a people.
You know, this is very interesting. On the one hand, to even identify that local women, this movie is more about local women. Formula around some Kuti. For someone who riled up local women.
Thank you.
And you want to do the same thing. It's okay.
Well,
wait.
So film is my strongest,
guys.
Film is my strongest voice.
Wait. Oh, madam, wait now. Be calming down.
All right.
Oh, by the way, I hear you're also a grandmom.
I am.
Okay. Anyway, we'll come back to that. Okay.
Zoom into her face.
We'll come back to that. It also reminds me of, I haven't seen it, Basket Mouth's ghetto love story.
Yes.
It's also village, like really grassroots kind of movie. Why do you think it seems you guys are going in that trajectory now? Because it's a good thing. It's really a very, very good thing. What's the motivation for going down that route?
Well, I can only speak for myself. But if you think about it, the larger percentage of Nigerians are these people, are us. My mom was a school teacher, and she had a shop in the market. So I'm telling my mother's story, right? So she's someone who probably was not aware of the power that she had, the voice that she had, right? So it's up to me now, you know, to leave, my mom is passed, by the way, to pass on that legacy, to say, you know what, you had a voice, you just didn't know that you could use it. So the people who are still alive, you have a voice, you can use it. For me, film is my strongest voice. So as much as I love to entertain, because that's the first thing, entertainment, right? But I also want to educate. So you go into the movie, you're going to be thoroughly entertained, but you're going to come out with so many things in your mind. You're going to think about the fact that we have to raise our children right. Because if you watch the film, in short, the film would not have happened if a boy was raised right. So almost everything that happened in that story is because someone did not raise her child well. So we as mothers, we owe it to society at large to make sure that we raise our children right, especially boys. Girls too, no doubt. I'm a mom of boys, right? So, but we owe it to the society to make sure that we raise our children right. Because if you don't, then they're going to fall into the wrong hands. And then what happens? So we see the love of mothers for their kids, right? Especially the love for two mothers for their kids. And what happened because of those two children?
Okay, I also,
now tell us, the film industry has been accused sometimes of not telling our own stories. And in the last few years, it seems we're moving closer because many filmmakers who have come here have said we need to be the ones telling our own stories.
Not the other way around.
Yes.
So in that regard, how well do you think we're doing now?
I think we're doing way better than we were before. Honestly, we are. Because at the end of the day, nobody can tell your story better than you. You've lived it. There's no one that's going to come from outside of Nigeria to tell our story better than us, because this is our reality.
Yes.
This is our life. We live this story, right? So when you watch the Uprising, Wives on Strike 3, you will see yourself. You will see your experiences. You will see your neighbor's experience. You will see your auntie's experience. You will see everyday people like you and your friends and your relatives, their story, because this is our story.
Now, in that same light, part of the thing that's played in my head about such films, as in really reaching the grassroots, is how. What are the gaps we need to fill? I've seen a good number of movies by your fellow filmmakers like Kunle Afolayan and the rest of them. They make epic movies and tell epic stories. Is there any similarity between the epic stories of those days and the kind of genre that you wrote for this?
Well, they're both entertainment, right? However, one is telling of things that have passed, right? And the other is talking about the reality of today. So that's the major difference between both genres. You're talking about the past. You're saying, let's not forget where we're coming from.
In other words, have we learned from them?
Exactly. And then the other is saying, this is the reality today. This is us now. How do we effect change through film
It would seem like, you know, we didn't learn from previous years.
As a people, I believe that we didn't. Because let's not get ahead of ourselves and let's not go too far. But we keep making the same mistakes. And it's like things are just repeating. But, you know, let's leave that for another time.
But it's valid. It's part of the reason we need to tell our stories.
That's why I'm using my strongest voice, which is film.
Yeah. Now, you said something about entertainment being a thing, but then it has to also, you know, educate and inform.
That's my personal journey.
I will tell you this. I don't see any sensible movie that will entertain without educating and informing.
Well,
to me.
Okay.
Wait. You said you have your own personal. I have my own.
Okay.
To me, entertainment without information and education is like eating spices.
I know what you mean. Because I've never told the story. I know what you mean. Because I've never told the story that does not have education in it. Never. I can't even do it. I just can't.
How can you see that and say, I want to eat a plate of spices?
But that does not mean that the people who do that, their movies are not nice. Their movies are nice.
It has to teach something. That's my point.
Sorry, sir.
It can entertain.
It can entertain, but
it's supposed to do all of those, but you can just choose one and dwell on that one. I want this movie to entertain, full stop.
There is no...
But then she might decide that she wants this movie to entertain and educate at the same time.
Please, does the entertainment story have a storyline?
It would have a storyline.
Good. What is this? Where is he going? Is he just go? Just...
I mean, I want you to watch movies that it was nice, like blah 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 blah, and then you're like, what happened? Like, okay, where did we go with this?
It sounds like I'm never gonna watch that movie again.
It does happen.
Even Richard Pryor. I don't know if you remember. It's the 80s film Richard Pryor, Brewster's Millions.
Brewster's Millions. Yes, yes, yes.
I can't, for the life of me, this guy had to spend $30 million in a month.
Yes.
He had to spend $30 million in a month.
Yes, I remember the story now.
And he cannot do anything for himself. He can't save it. He can't invest it.
And there can be none of it left. Like, they shouldn't find any of it anywhere left at the end of the month.
Otherwise, he will lose.
Otherwise, he loses everything.
He loses $1 billion.
30 million is a lot of money to spend in 30 days.
It is.
Yeah. So that's the kind of thing. You have a task. That's pure comedy.
Yeah.
But it taught something.
Yes, it did teach something. So, you know, I'm with you. You know, right? I'm with you. Let's not get it twisted. I'm with you. That is my life as a filmmaker. What I'm saying is, I can't, at the same time, undermine the people who are not like me, because we're all different.
Yes.
Right? Education might be at the core. I was raised by a teacher. So maybe that's why I'm the way I am.
Clearly, you don't have a choice.
You know what I mean? So I have to educate, right?
Okay.
But I'm different.
Okay, so where do you go from here? And I'm saying you as a name and a voice and face in movie making in Nigeria. Nollywood has grown astronomically.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
It seems like Nollywood is trying to catch up with the music industry, because back in the 80s, we only listened to the Shalamas and Kool and the gangs of this world. Now we don't even know.
Oh, but now even outside of Nigeria.
Yes.
I got on a flight in Canada going to Dubai, Emirates. And as I was entering the flight, it was Nigerian music. It'd be like that they welcomed me. I was like,
Omoni,
I danced, entered the plane.
They speak English in Canada. I was watching tennis in China.
It was Nigerian music.
They were playing Nigerian.
I'm so proud.
The Chinese are playing Nigerian music.
Well, you don't understand what that thing does to me.
So
head this way and one bus.
I dance, enter the plane.
Oh, by the way, before you answer that question, someone is asking you, in the light of telling our own story, Woman King, you know the story. Something that happened in Benin Republic was done by...
Oh, yes. Go by them.
Yeah. Someone is now asking what you think of Idris Elba playing Okonkwo in Things Fall Apart.
I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Idris is African. I hope you know that.
At least he's black.
No, he's actually African.
He's from Sierra Leone.
His dad is Sierra Leonean. He's not, I mean, yes, he's lived abroad, but he is African, right? And so that's an African telling an African story. So I don't see anything wrong with that.
Okay.
I'm just being honest.
So back to the question that I asked you. Where do we go from here? Director, wait, just 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God, so, already.
You know, as a filmmaker, as an actor, as someone who has a voice, as someone who has a voice in film, because film is really my strongest voice, I'm going to keep telling our stories. I'm going to keep educating our people. I'm going to keep doing movies that my people will be proud of, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm a Nigerian. I'm Nigeria's child. So I want Nigeria, as my mom or dad, whatever gender you want to give Nigeria, to be proud of me as his child or her child, or, you know. So I'm going to keep doing that. This movie right now is in cinemas, The Uprising, Wives on Strike 3. This is my best movie yet.
So
and I want everyone to see it. It's the best yet. Not ever, but I want everyone to see it.
So the path of the shining, the bright path of the righteous will shine brighter. That's what you're saying. We hear you. Thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Actress.
Oboli, actress, scriptwriter, film director, producer, digital filmmaker, grandmom,
mom, wife,
lover,
and so on and so forth.
The work.
You see the rest in the movies.
Thank you for coming to Clue Sunrise for us.
Thank you for having me.
Today.
It was a lot of fun.
And that's us for this Saturday. Make sure you join us next Saturday for another interesting edition of Sunrise. I'm Alero Edu, wishing you all the best until we see again. Oh, no, until you see us again next week.
Caution is the word in case it rains and you know anyone in flood-prone areas, please advise them, because we need to be alive to keep what is ours. Amaya Makide, do have a beautiful rest of your weekend.